So hello fellow banknote collectors, this is Glenn. Today we are going to have a look at the current sale values of the $100 banknote from 1984. So if you're not familiar with Australian banknotes, or at least the $100, this banknote was first issued in 1984, as it says on these banknotes are actually being sold. And this banknote, it always started with the prefix Z, so this one's ZAK. So the first is ZAA, and then we have, I'm just looking at in the book for the last prefix, and that is ZCD. So Z for zebra, C for crocodile, D for dog, and that is the Johnson Stone issue. So there's only actually 4 signatures for this banknote series. There's 1984, 85, 90 and 92. So that corresponds with Johnson Stone, Johnson Fraser, Fraser Higgins and Fraser Cole. And these banknotes were replaced in 1996 with the current polymer one, which will be changed this year. So first we need to have a look at something else. So let's have a look at, just pause the video for a minute. So here we have the actual inflation values from the Reserve Bank of Australia. And a lot of people go, oh, that's not reflective of current prices. Yes, but it is a basket of products over the past 36 years. And it actually is probably the most accurate thing that we have for actual values. But you know, production costs change over that time. Things become more expensive or they become cheaper, so it does vary with the actual product. But anyway, $100 in 1984, it's worth $313.27 in 2019, so it'll be a little bit more this year, although this is 313 is actually pretty close. So if we go back to eBay, you can see we need $313.50, and as you can see in almost uncirculated 260, ZAU uncirculated, this has uncirculated, just remember uncirculated is a grade, and it looks pretty good. If you can actually get close-ups of the actual banknote. This is one of my favorite banknotes as well, even though I don't have one. So here's Mawson. This looks like a pyramid there. Not too sure what that actually is. Need to find out. So he's actually wearing very thick clothing for the Antarctic environment. And at the back here, we have geological formations. So these are cuttings into the rock, and you have different, so you got the blocks there, and those are actually represent limestone. You got sedimentary rocks, and you got a lot of different stratifications, and then strike and dip. Looks like it's probably about probably about 40 degrees in some of them, and they've got various formations. And on the other side we have Tebut, and looks like he was an architect. Don't know, I need to look him up. But it's quite a nice banknote, and as you can see, $210 doesn't really include inflation value, so you got about 66% roughly. Then we have 2 for here, EF for $350, so you needed at least $626. We're gonna extremely fine. So obviously getting these banknotes, keeping these banknotes in less than uncirculated condition is just not worth it. Obviously $140 is worth more than ZAA first prefix, so $140 for that, and it has a book value in probably VF about 225, so that's a pity about that one. $140 for a ZAA, so first prefix. So really, if you kept these from 1984, you would have actually lost at least 30% of the value. And as you can see, this one has catalog value in uncirculated was $3.20. Catalog value, so it's a bit of an earlier catalog value. The 2016 had a $3.60 value. So this is probably at least $2.10 values for the $3.20. Now you got $200 for it. So we need to $3.13.5. Obviously, you actually lost value when you actually kept that banknote from 1984. So really, is it worth keeping $100 banknotes today? So the last I've seen is 2017. That's been released. If you get those in uncirculated, my advice would actually not to actually keep them. Maybe keep one for your collection, but if you keep a run of 10 or 20, definitely not really worth actually keeping the actual banknotes. I would probably divide them into probably $5 or $10 or $20 banknotes, not $50 or $100 banknotes, because have a look, it's just a lot of value for people to actually keep. Or also just maybe invest those banknotes into some other product that would actually give you money even over time, either stock or maybe buy and sell stuff on the internet. Even if you use it to actually grow a garden, so grow food, and then you actually be growing your food instead of buying it from a supermarket or wherever else you buy your vegetables from. And that's a good investment because you actually would be saving money from purchasing of your actual food. So that's another investment because you have to eat. Or you could maybe just invest in silver and gold. That generally keeps its value. It does go up and down depending on the actual climate, but over the long term, gold and silver doesn't suffer from devaluation as paper currency actually does. So that is my conclusion. Probably not worth actually keeping $100 banknotes. Obviously, whoever kept these from 1984 lost pretty much a lot of money. So I hope this actually helps you in your determination of what banknotes you actually collect. So thank you very much and have an awesome banknote and coin collecting time. Thank you and bye bye.